Good question and a hard question. Young people are the most disenfranchised politically. They don't have a lot of voice in the system. But it's surprising how much they can have if they choose to have. One of my personal heroes, Greta Thunberg. She started as a very young teenager. She made a lot of noise, and she didn't give up. In time, she became a global leader on climate change. It's not something everybody can do. I haven't been able to do that. I've been an environmentalist actually since the age of 14, but I'm not Greta Thunberg. She had an approach that just resonated with people. Her stubbornness. She was damn stubborn, and she still is, and well, she should be. She has the right message, and it really resonated across the world. Fridays for Future, a really wonderful movement, and I'm all behind it. And I think we can take some inspiration from Greta. And you're here to work on apps for a transition to a greener economy. You're part of the solution, and that's why I showed up. You're here to do something good, and I can only hope that I can help you do it. I guess the main message is give a damn and be stubborn about it. Make noise. Be political. Don't forget to vote. You might think, oh, my vote doesn't matter. Well, it does. It always does. And this is one of the great things about the Asia Foundation. That's why I like working for them. Most of the issues that face the world are not technical problems. We know how to solve the problem. It comes down to political will. It comes down to mobilizing enough actors to get them to say, you know, enough is enough. We don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. It requires us to think about, you know, all of these intangible processes that go on behind the scenes that lead to how decisions get made by governments and by society. And that's one of the reasons I like the Asia Foundation is we look at all those intangibles. We understand that decisions are made not in a straight line, but because there are people who have vested interests who are, you know, working against us. I mean, they might be big coal companies that, you know, they're going to lose their profits, or politicians who've invested in those coal companies and they're sitting in Parliament making decisions that are going to make, you know, bad long-term outcomes for the rest of us. And then you have citizens, people who care, and increasingly that's one of the things. As bad as climate change is, it's the one environmental issue that everybody cares about, really, or most people care about. It's the first environmental issue that has resonated not just among environmentalists, but among the entire society. So you have, I mean, when I was 14, you know, you were considered a hippie freak for being an environmentalist. And now if you talk about climate change, you're mainstream. And that's a good thing. You have a lot of allies here. It's just a matter of mobilizing them in the decision-making arena. Anything you can do to add to that, or better, I mean, developing apps. I mean, we live on our phones. How many times do you see people walking down the street and they're not looking where they're going because they're looking at their apps? Well, I mean, you guys have a lot of power in the apps you develop. If you can develop apps that help people transition into a greener economy, that's a good thing.